Hi, welcome to episode 40 of the My Two Tips podcast. My name is Elise. I am the host. You can find me on Ravelry as eGarnier. Instagram is at e_Garnier. Those are kind of the main places. We have a Ravelry group, which is the My Two Tips podcast group over on Ravelry, so feel free to join in on the fun and shenanigans over there. We will be wrapping up our current KAL on Saturday. On Saturday is the final day, so I think I'm gonna definitely wait until I'm done work, probably home and relaxing on Saturday to close the thread. You might even get a few hours onto Sunday. If your sweaters are finished, I would say enter them now so that you don't forget, and also so that, you know, if I'm a little bit earlier on things on Saturday night, you don't miss out. We did have somebody post a sweater in there that's completely finished with the knitting, the blocking, and the ends are woven in. It's Kim. Hi, Kim. Her sweater just doesn't have the button. She's been having troubles finding buttons for her sweater. Totally fine. Put that thing in there, because to me, it's done. Buttons can be really tricky to find, like, the perfect fit. So I consider that a finished object, project, sweater, however you want to refer to it. I still haven't quite decided how to bundle up or individually give away the prizes. I'm thinking minimum of 2, because we do have 2 bags that I think I'll have it set out when I lock the thread. I'll probably make a final post in there saying, like, this is prize number 1, this is prize number 2, which is a lot of fun. I'm excited. There are pictures posted in the FO thread of the available prizes. Right up at the very, very top of the first page, I've uploaded a picture and then, like, links to the shops for the people who have provided and donated prizes for the Fingering Weight Sweater KAL. If I could actually mention the name, might be helpful. Yeah, I don't have too much to talk about, but I did want to get up an episode today, this evening, what have you, just because this week is my birthday, and on Thursday, which I try to record on Thursdays sometimes, it's not gonna happen this week. So I figured today, Monday, give myself a little window. So here it is. Right in time for a big ass truck. So the truck is gone. Let's frickin' hope. I wasn't home all morning, so I kind of thought that maybe they'd come before I got back. Guess not. It's okay. I don't have a whole lot to show, but when I do show stuff, if there's an acquisition or something involved, I'll just mention it rather than having a whole lot at the end. So the project I have been working on has been living in my brand new Emerald Fibers bag. I really like this thing. So it's got a really nice solid, like, woven cotton handle, I think. I don't know fabrics. Anyway, and I believe she screen prints her designs on them unless they're rubber stamped on. I can't recall at the second. But I have a teacup on mine, and that is her tag. I really suggest checking out her shop. It's wonderful, this bag. And she's got different designs. Like she's got some that have like feathers, there's geometric cats, a sock, some knit stitches, whole whack of different stuff. So go check her out. And on the inside is more of like a quilting cotton not rainbows, but this. And my battery is dying. So I don't really remember where I left off. Damn trucks keep coming by. Anyway, I received this Emerald Fibers bag. It's so awesome. On the inside, it's cloud fabric, which is awesome. There's a really great teacup on it. And I can't remember if she rubber stamps her images on it or if she silk screens them on, but they're really lovely. Really like them. And you can easily, if I actually get the card out of the way, easily pull it closed. I haven't pulled it closed too often just because the project that's living in here is a sweater, so it's pretty big, but works awesome. I think I had the full 4 skeins in here and it was totally fine, so it does hold a decent amount of yarn, which is fantastic. So thank you so much, Sierra, for that one. Absolutely love it. Okay, so here's the sweater I've been working on. This is the Confetti pattern by Vera McMalley. It is a raglan style pullover and it's got like a really big A-line shape to the body of it, which I am currently working through. Yeah, I'm really liking it. I don't think the colors are pooling too much anywhere, which is really good. I am making the conscious effort to alternate skeins every other row. So it's a little bit slower just because I have to be really like, oh yeah, I gotta switch. Oh yeah, I gotta switch again. Oh yeah, I gotta switch. But I mean, it's getting there. I think when I measured at some point yesterday, I only needed like technically another 6, maybe 6.5 inches. And that's fine. However, maybe it was even more like 7. Anyway, that's to get just the body from the underarm to 18 inches long, which I don't have that long of a torso. So I'm really watching how long I let this sweater get before I do, I think it calls for a 2-inch ribbing length. So if I do it to pattern, that'd be like a full 20-inch body, which is pretty long on me. And I don't think I want it to be crazy long. More belt-ish area I think would be okay. So we'll see. I did now I can't remember if I showed the swatches or not. I do have them here because all 3 of them turned out really well with like the color pooling. And I knit them flat because I like to knit on a smaller circular, so I don't find my gauge changes that differently. And this one was way too loose and I didn't didn't like the way this fabric felt. This one was knit on a 4.0 millimeter of 3.25, and it was just a little bit tighter than I wanted that final fabric to be. It's pretty. I like the way the actual stitches look, but then this was the 3.5, which I ended up using. And it's got a little bit more drape. The stitches still look nice and even once it's blocked. And it was the size they called for in the pattern. So, my gauge on the 3.50 millimeter needle is a stitch off. Maybe 2. Can't quite remember. That means I'm knitting the extra large size to get closer to the large size measurement. So I think the size I'm knitting is supposed to have a 48 or maybe even a 50-inch bust. I can't quite remember. But I'm going to end up with more close to a 46, which still gives me positive ease, but it's not as much as the extra large, and it's not smaller than the large. So we'll see where it kind of falls into in the end. So far it fits really well. I'm really enjoying it. I did pick up needles this morning after I went to just a doctor's appointment, I guess. I also scheduled an ultrasound for my gallbladder, not for anything else. But I realized that I don't have 9-inch circulars in the 3.5 size millimeter needle. So getting those is gonna make these sleeves zoom on by. I think the pattern has about sleeves to here-ish somewhere, which I think I'll probably try to do only because I'm a sleeve pusher anyway. Why do all that extra knitting when chances are I'm not going to actually wear the sleeves that long or to that length that often anyway? Yeah, it's coming. It's a very well written pattern. Yeah, pretty easy, nothing too complicated. There was some short rows in the beginning. I think they're on the back. And they went fine. The only thing I didn't enjoy about them is because I was working on DP ends, it just was a little fiddly. No big deal. And I do have some, I don't know if it'll focus enough. Right in here, I have a little bit of a, it looks like a run, but I'm hoping with blocking it'll just kind of cinch in a teeny bit. I think I have one somewhere. Yeah, on the shoulder again, that's where 2 needles were. It's not a big deal. I think it'll be fine in the end. And where I've alternated skeins is all the way along here. Oh wow, you can really see it on camera. It'll be fine, right? It'll block out. I'm trying to keep it loose. It does obviously pull in a little bit. Hope it'll be okay. But it goes all the way down. All the way down. I just kept it in the same place the whole time. Whatever. It'll be fine. It still moves and stretches. It'll be fine. I just didn't realize how much you guys could see that on camera. Holy smokes. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right? Hope so. Yeah, so that's the main thing I've been working on. Actually, the only thing I've been working on. The Tale as Old as Time cowl that I have, I've put maybe a stripe or 2 on it. I haven't picked it up in a while. I think I'm needing something a little more titillating, exciting, something else going on with it. But I don't know. Lately I haven't felt a super ton of motivation to start something new. So we'll see what happens. There is still like a colorwork pullover that I really want to start. It's the whole gauge thing. Do I really want to swatch again? No. But I might. We'll see what happens. Just because I have them right here, I got my prize in the mail from the Jess and Jess sweater knit along, which is a year-long KAL, and it's being hosted by Jess of the Jessica Ruth Knits podcast and Jessamine of the Knitted Towel podcast. So I received, maybe I have to insert a photo. I received my stitch markers from Sugar Tots, and one is like a polymer clay pink narwhal, and even its little horn thingy is sparkly. And then another one that's like a circular charm. I agree, Jess. They're totally mermaid scales. Super fun. I want something girlier to put that on. So the next pink project I have will probably have these on them. Let's talk about yarn choices. So I really want to knit the April Fool Shawl by, I can't think of who it's by. Hey Lady Hey, who I can't think of her real name right now, but that's okay. So I have gone through my stash and picked out 2 skeins of yarn that I really want to use. Yeah, super dark. So this is Hedgehog Fibers Twist Sock, and it is their BFL base. So it's an 80% BFL, 20% nylon. And this is a little bit dark of a color, which I'm fine with. I really like it. But I just don't know. There's blue in there. There's a lot of blue in here, actually. There we go. Maybe that's better. Blues, browns, and purples come in, which I think will play really lovely in the shawl. And I do have 2 skeins, so it would obviously be my main color with the eyelets. But the question is, what do I pair it with? So I went diving, literally diving through my stash, and I pulled out, I think 3 skeins, because I'm just not sure. And one kind of caught my eye when I was in there. Let's somewhat twist this sucker up. So there's that. I think I'm just gonna open the blinds a little more. Yeah. This I think we'll be able to see the colors maybe a little better. Doesn't really matter. I can take pictures and put them in too. So there's this. And then I picked out this skein. I think it's called Vancouver Gray, which would be kind of, you know, a neutral classic kind of color, and I think it would help to brighten up some of the tones of like the blue in the Hurricane colorway. I also have this really light one. It's much lighter, that I could add it into the striping if I needed to. This only has 46 grams, and I think you need at least 50. But then I thought maybe this drops 100% alpaca would work nicely. Like stark contrast, it totally like really darkens the Hurricane color. But I thought that'd be kind of fun. It'd be like a punch in the face. Or I have this game of Rain City Knits. I think it's too bright. I don't know, but it's kind of fun. Oh, I just don't know. So if you guys have any suggestions, color-wise, what to pair with this one that's showing up almost black, give me your opinions. I'm still leaning towards this one. I just don't know. I feel like this will be a better weight match, even though I think Drop says that this one is a sport weight. I don't know if I'd call it a sport weight, but the twist fingering is definitely a little bit plumper than the hedgehog sock. So I think I'm leaning towards these just because it'll be that kind of pop in the face. And I do have 2 skeins, or 2 little balls of the drops. So I do have a total of 366 yards. I think more than enough there. So I think those might just have to become the April Fool Shawl for myself. Let me know what you guys think. And then when I was stash diving, these guys kind of jumped out at me. I had started using these, which they've gotten a little fuzzy being just in bags, but this is Dye Monkey Yarns. Oh, I can't remember which base it is. It's her Merino Silk Fingering Singles base. Tap Monkey? Salsa Monkey? Probably Salsa Monkey. But anyway, it's beautiful pink. And it's in her Cherry Blossom colorway, which I think could also, like, to pair those two together in a shawl would be really pretty. This lighter pink, like gray and the pink. I don't know. Do I use this with the white instead for the April Fool shawl? I was also thinking I could make this into like a really pretty top of some sort. I only have the 2 skeins. So possibly a slightly longer Mount Pleasant top. It would be so soft. And I think I can wear this pink pretty well. It's so soft. I really want to use this yarn. It's so pretty. I just don't know what to do with it. I feel like it's one of those things. People mention it all the time, like their yarn is too pretty to me. Yep, too pretty, too special. This right here. So, suggestions for this one as well, or if I should use this for the April Fool shawl. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. I am open to suggestions. That's pretty much it. I do have some other stitch markers that came in the mail. I will zoom, maybe I'll zoom in for everything then. Let's get the sugar top ones at first. So back to the sugar top markers. They're so cute. So there's the pink narwhal and the mermaid scale, which is like pink and like it's got that like pearlescent kind of look to it. Oh god, so cute. Really like them. Oh yeah, that's okay there. Super fun. And then kind of as a birthday treat to myself, I ordered some stitch markers from Cakery Bakery Charms, who's Melanie Matar. I've ordered some of her stuff before. And I ordered the first one that went into my cart, because I was kind of on like the birthday thing, was her mint green speckled donut with gold sprinkles. Hers, like, they look so good. So eat that. Like, if it wasn't polymer clay, I would totally eat that. The second one was this guy. What? Yeah, that's a slice of apple pie. And it looks completely like a slice of apple pie with ice cream dripping down and the gooey sauce. Oh my god. I don't know how people make these. Like, how do you make it look like it's got that like apple pie gooey cinnamon sauce to it? Like, how do you do that? What? Amazing. And then, because I could, and because I've seen this one for a while, yep, I got the avocado. I love this thing. She's even swirled the like pit with different colors of brown and like a creamy color. Amazing. So that's super fun. But that just sent yarn flying across the floor. Whatever. Fine. It's totally fine. I think that is it for me this week. Like I said, not too much on the content, but that is a-okay. Hopefully next time I chit chat to you, the sweater will be done. Maybe I'll have a color work one on the needles. Who knows? Again, feel free to comment below and tell me what colors you think I should use for the April Fool Shawl, or if there's another pattern that's kind of screaming out to you. Yeah, let me know. I do have a review on something non-knitting related to probably talk about next time. Just depends on timing. But I'm super excited about it because I think it's just like, it's one of the coolest things I've had the opportunity to test out. And depending on how the testing out goes, I think it's going to be awesome. It's just one of those things that it's so different from how we normally see things being dealt with, that I'm super intrigued by the whole concept, and then to use the product itself. It kind of blows my mind, the whole idea of it. Excuse me. More on that when I get into the review, because timing. Yes, so hopefully there's not too much I forgot that I had meant to talk about. Yeah, I think that's it. Make sure you guys are finishing any of your sweaters for the Fingering Weight Sweater KAL by Saturday, early Sunday morning, the 16th. The official date, July 15th, is the end date. So make sure you enter them into my FO thread in the My Two Tips podcast group, and make sure that you enter into Kayla's group as well over at the 3 Jewels Knit podcast group. So thank you again for joining. If this is the first time that you've checked me out, fun, hope you liked it. If you have come back for more of this goodness, nice to see ya. So take care, have a good one, bye. Next time I see you, I'll be a whole year older. What? Still blows my mind that it's this week.